Good afternoon. We will now show you how to correctly switch on the PRK-1UM device in different modes. We will also explain which actions must not be performed when switching modes to prevent the device from breaking down. So, let's begin. To switch on the first mode, press the red button upward. The light in the red button has come on. This is the first mode. The red button is lit and does not flash. Next, to switch on the second mode, press the green button. This is the second operating mode of the device. The red and green buttons are simply lit and do not flash. Then, to switch on the third mode, switch the red button off and then switch it on again. This is the third mode. The red button flashes and the green button is simply lit. In the PRK-1UM device, unlike the PRK-1U device, in the third mode only the first red button flashes and the flashing is faster. The green button does not flash. Now please pay attention. To switch on the mode with the SD card on which number sequences are recorded, you must first switch on the device in the first or second mode. Right now, the device is operating in the third mode, so we switch it to the first or second mode. We'll start by switching the device to the second mode. The device is now operating in the second mode. Now we insert the SD card into the slot on the device. And only after that do we switch on the blue button. We can see that the screen on the left has turned on. Using the upper small button to the left of the screen, we select the file 1.txt. Then using the lower button, we open this file. Press these buttons with a short, quick press. The number sequences are displayed on the screen. Now press the metal button to switch on the LED. That is, the mode for reading number sequences from the SD card. That's it. The mode with the SD card is fully switched on. To switch off the device, always switch it off, starting with the last buttons. We have switched off the device. Now we switch on the mode with the SD card again. This time, we switch it on starting from the first mode. We press the red button. This is the first mode. Now we press the blue button. The mode with the SD card immediately switched on in the automatic mode for reading number sequences from the SD card. We can see this from the flashing LED. You may notice that every time you switch on the mode with the SD card again, whether from the first or the second mode, the LED switches on automatically, and the number sequences will no longer be shown on the screen. If you want to display the number sequences on the screen, then to switch from the automatic mode when the LED is flashing and the number sequences are not shown on the screen, to the mode where the number sequences are displayed on the screen, you need to do the following. Switch off the blue button, press the metal button. This button may not press all the way in at first, so you need to press it firmly all the way in until it clicks. And then switch on the blue button again. The screen has switched on. We repeat the steps we have already done earlier. We press the upper button, then the lower button, and open the file where the number sequences are recorded. All that remains is to switch on the LED using the metal button. Press it all the way in until it clicks. That's it. The mode with the SD card is switched on. Now we will share a few important tips. If you leave home or go to sleep and leave the PRK-1UM device switched on for a long time in the mode with the SD card without your supervision, it is best to switch it on the way we have it switched on now, starting from the first mode. This is the safest way for the device. In the mode with the SD card, you must not allow the first button or all the buttons to start flashing. If this happens, you must immediately switch off all the buttons, starting with the blue button, and then switch on the required mode again. That is, in the mode with the SD card, only the LED may flash, and under no circumstances should any of the buttons flash. As a rule, this unacceptable situation can occur due to the wire shifting in the socket where the wire connects to the device. Therefore, handle the wire carefully and do not allow this to happen. Now we will demonstrate at high speed and simulate the situation that must never be allowed when using the PRK-1UM device. Otherwise, there is a risk that some functions of the device will stop working. Thank you for your attention. We wish everyone great success.